we're kind of running out of time here. I want to play one clip, and I'm sorry that I'm going to put everybody through Mike McDaniel's ums and uhs and just in general rambling. He might as well be talking to us about the chlorophyll, the photosynthesis, and the entire process of a plant. But listen to what he says. He's asked about, his involvement or just overall how, he felt the trade deadline process went. Listen to what he had to say.
It's a good question. It was a collaboration of myself, Champ, and Brandon Shore, and utilizing the all of the minds that we have within the organization, but communicating with our ownership directly, and so our relationships are strong. We had very healthy conversations, and we're all in agreement for the moves or moves we didn't make. But it was a normal trade deadline process where you are, contrary to popular belief, you generally talk about a ton, over 50% of your players that are there's conversations all over the place with every team because everyone's trying to get better and seeing what competitive advantage they can get. Happy with the preparation portion of this morning for the Buffalo Bills.
Again, I apologize for all that, but here's what I took from that. He said it was, a collaboration between him, Champ Kelly, Brandon Shore, and ownership. This is the problem here. Like, Crowder, this is what's happening. I don't know for sure how much collaboration or how much input Mike McDaniel had on whether or not they should trade guys. Genuinely, I don't know. He could just be saying that, right? Like, he could just be saying it, posturing a little bit. But maybe he did. And from what we understand, Mike McDaniel and Chris Grier, like, McDaniel had a say in some of the ways that Chris Grier built the roster, which is why he's not innocent in all of this.
He stood on the table for Tua. We heard that was fact.
But not only that, like, maybe it was Chris Grier trying to, start planting some seeds to scapegoat McDaniel. But, like, he was pretty adamant. Like, yeah, Mike has, been a proponent of the direction we're moving in. So I don't know for sure, but I'm going to take him at his word. I don't think Mike McDaniel would lie about that. Why is he involved in these conversations, period, if he's not going to be here long term?
I'll tell you, because Brian Flores wasn't. He didn't want to be. Think about it. Remember what do they call it? The collaboration.
No,
collaborate. No, not with Mike McDaniel. You go into a meeting deciding between two players and you hear that? I don't know what you just said. Do you like the kid or not, son? Like,
I get that. I get that.
To your point, I don't know if you're saying this. I don't think that way of, okay, you want to trade Jalen Phillips? Okay, let's go to coaching. Hey, could you survive without Jalen Phillips? Oh, let's go to scouting. Hey, how do we look without Jalen Phillips? Evaluation guys. What if we don't have Jalen Phillips? Okay, now let's go to the management. Hey, Stephen Ross, do you think it'd be cool if we trade Jalen Phillips? There has to be somebody making that decision. Hey, trade deadline. We're throwing in the towel. We just fired our GM. What are we going to do? We need to get pieces. Okay, we can get rid of Jalen. He's going to ask for a lot of money next year. Okay, so we'll find the best deal. Done. Out the gate. We don't need to sit and have 18 meetings. He said our relationships had a healthy conversation. I don't even know what that means, our relationships had a healthy conversation. I don't want to talk to that guy if I'm trying to make a decision.
My point is, if Mike McDaniel is in these meetings, you fire Chris Grier, you promote Champ Kelly to interim GM, so that the only reason Stephen Ross does that at that moment is because the trade deadline is coming up. He could have waited till Saturday. He could have waited till Sunday. Could have waited till Monday. The reason you fire him Friday morning after the Thursday night football game is because you have the trade deadline. You have 4 days to get somebody in, analyze the situation, and make rational decisions, right?
Yep.
Then why, if you're doing that, are you allowing Mike McDaniel to have a say in these decisions if he can't approach it? I'm not even saying it as a negative for him. He can't approach it rationally. His approach as he's coaching for his job, has to be, well, no, why would you trade them? I need them to win. So that's my point here.
Yes.
None of it makes sense. What Stephen Ross is doing here, if Mike McDaniel truthfully was allowed to collaborate on who to trade, who not to trade, how the trade deadline should be approached, makes no sense. Why fire Chris Grier then if you're going to keep somebody contributing on the conversation who has an agenda? And I'm not blaming him, by the way. That's the right agenda for anybody to have, to save their ass, to save their job, to save their livelihood. But it's not the right way to approach the 4 days following the firing of a GM as you enter a total new chapter of your organization. This is why the Dolphins can't get anything right. I'm telling you, this is the problem with the Miami Dolphins. They can't do anything right. They finally make the decision that was inevitable, that was necessary, to fire Chris Grier. And then 3 days later, Mike McDaniel sitting in a meeting campaigning to keep guys that made no sense to keep at this point, at this juncture. Yeah. It's stupid.
And it's the same circle without Chris Grier here. So that collaboration, was Champ Kelly a part of the collaboration to bring in Zach Wilson? Was that the best thing for, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I don't know these answers. The collaboration is what Stephen Ross said he wanted. That was the push. Post Flores, he didn't want I don't want to say disgruntled, but just angry or tense atmosphere around his building.
More friendly, more open.
Calm and open or something. They say some phrase like that. You want that? I'll tell you now, I've been around Flores and McDaniel. You want calm and open is way more McDaniel. Flores was talking to the alumni of the Dolphins. I'm talking about Larry Little and Richmond Webb and them were there. He wasn't pleasant then. We gonna get a team where y'all respect us. And he walked the hell away. I don't know, you old ass guys. Y'all can't do nothing for me now. There's a pleasant happiness there. My thing is, it's the same chefs in the kitchen. How are you gonna change the meal?
Yeah.
Champ Kelly's been there. And I'm not evaluating Champ Kelly because I let him make some moves first. McDaniel's been there. Stephen Ross has been there. I don't know what Garfinkel gets involved on the football side. Whoever else is around. All you did was pluck out Chris Grier and throw him away. It's just a pie without one piece, but the other piece is still the same.
Yeah.
Who is changing the thought? Does Champ Kelly have that much more pull now than Chris Grier has as the GM, or is it the same pie with a piece sliced out?
It's still the same.
Crazy.
It's a garbage cheeseburger. They just took out the American cheese. That's it. But it's still
That's
garbage
a garbage
cheeseburger.
burger. Yeah. Take the cheese off a cheeseburger. It's a garbage ass burger.